Hello again, this is Nathan Bennett. I am going to talk about my focus on China as a writing niche. When people talk about China, they talk about these 5,000 years of continuous history. Sometimes I see this attitude like those aren't real, like maybe they're just propaganda, an invention of patriotic piety. Well, the thing is, those 5,000 years really are quite real. As you can hear, the living reality of it is passing by the microphone. This country is living and active and has been for some time, and I think the world will end before China does. I'm not really a China expert. It's not hard to know more about China than somebody else. If you read one book, you probably know more about China than most people do. Which isn't saying much. I've lived in China for 7 years. I've read a lot about China. I'm going to continue reading about China. I see China as a very useful vantage point from which to view the world. Those 5,000 years of history are a wonderful core sample of the world. I mean, it's really hard to go back past 5,000 years and really find stuff worth talking about. I mean, you could go back 3,000 and call it good. I mean, some of those 5,000 years that they talk about for China is, sort of prehistory brought forward as being of particular significance. In every society, there's a continual re-expression, redefinition, re-evaluation. So it's like, China, okay, with the development of Taoism and Confucianism, the acceptance and the adaptation of Buddhism, the Mongol and then later Manchu dynasties, the Ming resurgence between the Mongols and the Manchus, the Republican era after the fall of the Qing, Manchu dynasty, and then of course the current era. All of these are part of stuff going on around the world. So my view on China is, it's a place from which to view the rest of the world. If I can use a parallel for the American Civil War, it's not a case of the industrial North against the agrarian South. The American South, that was the rebel side in the American Civil War, they were not agrarian. It was industrial agriculture, but with, slavery instead of farm machinery. The North had industrial agriculture, and they didn't use slavery. In the South, they were generating commodities for export for use in industry. There is no, it's all part of the same world. And so in China's not the ideal alternative to whatever's going on in North America, in Europe, it's a living and active, vital part of the contemporary world. So when you look at anything, good things, bad things outside of China, when you use China as a counterexample, it's a very useful mirror. All right, let's see if I can add anything else. So my focus on China is China as a mirror for ourselves. China is mysterious to the extent that we ourselves are mysterious. China is comprehensible to the extent that we ourselves are comprehensible. The false understanding given by familiarity is not present when most people engage with China. They're familiar with stereotypes, but when you dig into the reality, there's the same good and bad as in any other place, the same praiseworthy and blameworthy things in different mixes and proportions, but it's the same human stuff that we are all made of. So I write about China as a mirror in which we can see ourselves.